That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts.
For Jacksonville.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Tyler Lockett now with a return. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
First and 10. At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Rock going to keep this himself. That second down play nets a -4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Locke. He's got his man. That's Hardman. He's at the 40. 20. 10. 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nicole Hardman, 72 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 43-yard line.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
The
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Nicole Hardman with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taken in at the 3. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right on the 17-yard line. First quarter, and now he'll... Already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
4-yard line.
Flushed out right. That's caught at the 2. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Colts add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something they can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Eric Dickerson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Clock now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nicole Hardman saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
The kick
And he knocks it through.
makes the score Colts 28, Jaguars nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Darius Leonard, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
It's second down.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun is Eason. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it. Eason gets hit, and the ball pops free. And the Colts pick it up. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. Well, I know he doesn't want to fumble loss by his name, but it was 4th down. I don't think he was going to get to the marker anyway.
I think he just hired you as his attorney because you have just argued that this fumble is actually okay.
I'm just saying not all fumbles are created equal, and the defense would have had the ball there anyway.
Okay, so the defense gets credit now, right? Someone gets a nice little mark by their name, but it really doesn't hurt the other guy because he wasn't getting there anyway. I like that. Good job.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
It's a loss of 4.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
4th down.
Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Lock to throw for it on 4th. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 9-yard touchdown ground. And this offense continues to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half.
The score, Colts 35, Jaguars nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
To throw again, Eason. And he'll let this one go deep for the guy's man, complete.
That's what it is, baby. That's what it is.
Jaguars. DJ Chark, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And now the Jags are going to go for 2 here.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half, you do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they broke it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up near the 44. Past the 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. On play action, Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense, everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, The guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? This pass going to be caught by Hardman, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On the option, Locke will keep it. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. They've got second and 12 from the 36. Now Locke. He's got the hook up to the and he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. A good pickup there at 22.
At the 42-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Play action. Now it's Locke. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. David Njoku, 40 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for a score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Second down. Here's Eason. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Gain of 26 yards.
A good pickup there. 26 yards.
First down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now Eason. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Colts take over.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You get the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect. But, boy, that was force against force.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Locke back near his goal line. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On first down, Jacob Eason. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Now, sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
They'll take over first.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. As they're able to get him down. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Quick throw complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook taking it in. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. They're going to try and run. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
Jaguars 32.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Block off of play action. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
At the 43-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Here's Eason off the play fake. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They look to throw. It's Locke. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And 4.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Play action. It's Eason. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It'll be a gain of 4, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
1 at the 18-yard line.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Running it with Dickerson. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Eason. And they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
4th down.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll buy some time right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way out to the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Block now, going to hang on to it. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Locke completes it to Hardman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A nice gain of 21 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tackle made at the
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. For Nick Chubb, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
A 37-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
23 yards.
23 yards on the play. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go play action with Eason. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Locke taking a deep shot here for, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nico And the Colts add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Eason. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Jaguars.
Off-play action. Eason. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun is Eason. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out. Expected it and got there and popped it free.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again. Block. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He's got a man. Complete. He's at the 30. 10.
They're not even trying to do anything.
He takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nicole Hardman taking it goal line to goal line. 100 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They're fighting hard to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
60. Jaguars 35.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And a Jaguar first down.
Operating from the gun, Eason. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Second and 9 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, Eason. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They're going on fourth down. Here's Eason. It is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
His 49-yard line.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Eluding the pressure right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up third down.
The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Locke. This is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 23.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. They set up the screen to Chubb. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line.
That's
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
First and goal at the 40.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and goal.
They'll give it to Chubb, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. And now it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of